Hello, Soul Family. If this is your first time here, I welcome you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to click that subscribe so you don't miss anything that is shared on this page. I want to speak to you today about the importance of joy, but more than just the importance of joy, I want to talk to you about why is it that you avoid joy, run away from joy, or act like it's not there? It's almost as if you would need a permission slip to feel joy. And my question to you today is, why are you asking permission to feel joy? Joy usually is intertwined with happiness. But there is a slight distinct difference between joy and happiness. Because joy comes from within, whereas happiness is usually attached to external factors, is usually attached to external experiences that contributes towards our happiness or takes it away. But when it comes to do with joy, joy is that emotion, that feeling that's rooted in our awareness that lets us know that Creator, Source, Spirit, Mother Earth, Universe, God, the source of your understanding, is the one that's truthfully in control. It means that even though everything that I might be experiencing in my life doesn't always make me happy all the time, my joy keeps me focused so that I don't lose track of the fact that something greater than me, bigger than me, is in control of this journey. So that I don't fully lose myself. You hear me? But the question remains, why are you running away from joy? Why do you act like you have to ask for permission to feel joy? Who have you surrendered your joy to? Because I've seen where people sometimes that have been through much trauma, they feel like they need to justify when good things happen in their life. They need to justify their desire to feel joyful. They need to justify the things that puts a smile on their face. I wonder if this is you. I wonder if you are the kind of person where it's almost as if you need to excuse joy so that people around you can feel okay with you feeling joyful. It doesn't make any sense. Your joy is yours, is no one else's. No one has the authority nor the right to take it away from you. No one has the right to stand in the way of it, and no one has the right to question you about it. It's yours, and it comes from within. In what ways are you excusing joy so that other people can feel okay with you experiencing joy? In what ways do you hide from joy? In what ways do you avoid joy out of fear of how people around you will feel? In what ways are you cheating yourself out of joy because there's this silent, creepy voice in your mind that tells you nothing in your life ever lasts? So you don't want to feel joy because you feel that it won't last. It is my belief that if you are the kind of individual that's experiencing these kinds of issues with joy, something took place in your past that stole the joy away from you. It took it away from you. And this is the precise moment in which, number one, you have to get it back. You have to reclaim your inner joy. And also, you have to reevaluate the people that surrounds you. Because why are you in fear of experiencing joy with the people that are around you? Again, are you asking people for permission to feel joy? Because it should not be like that. I had this download today, which is why I'm doing this video for you. And it says that the universe wants us to remind ourselves of the fact that we deserve joy. We should not hide from it. We shouldn't avoid it. We should not act numb towards joy. That's another one. We know it's there. We recognize it. We want to experience it and let it really blossom from within. But we avoid it. We stop ourselves. We freeze. We become numb and disconnected from it, which means that there have been experiences in your past that have contributed to you not wanting to experience joy or not allowing yourself to experience joy. I like for you to take the remainder of this week. I want you to sit down with yourself this weekend, and I want you to grab a sheet of paper or your journal, and I want you to ask yourself, why is it that I avoid joy? At what point in my life did I give up on joy? At what point of my life did I convince myself that joy is not for me? Who taught me that? These are the questions that I want you to ask yourself. And I want you to, as honestly as possible, write down your answer. Because you will notice when you read this back to yourself, you will perhaps notice that, wow, I've given the power of joy, I've given the spirit of joy, of my joy away to this particular person that's not even, perhaps it's not even present in my life anymore. I've given up my joy to people that were not happy with me being happy. Meaning they were bitter, so they wanted me to be bitter, because sometimes sadness and fear loves company. So if you were dealing with someone romantically that was always upset and angry and bent out of shape, then sometimes that person does not want their partner to feel happy. They want their partner to experience the same ugliness, the same fears, the same disconnect, discontentness as they are. When in reality, you don't have to. But we think that because I love you or I'm in love with you, that I can't be happy, I can't live joy while you are going through some challenges. And it should never be like that. We should never substitute our joy over someone else's or for someone else's suffering. Just because you're suffering does not mean I can't live in my joy. I can live in my joy and support you as best as I can and as much as you will allow me to in your process without you killing my joy. Have you ever walked in a room? Have you ever walked into a room where the moment you walk in and you see certain people's faces, everything just within you just shuts down? You arrived at the place feeling happy, motivated, ready to have a good time. And as soon as you walked in through that door, it was a mood killer when you saw that person, or when you felt the energy in the environment. It just totally killed your mood. Well, because people and places and things are highly influential in the way we feel. But as long as you are the one in control of your emotions and you recognize energy in the place that you arrive, you don't let that energy overpower you. You understand that that energy is there and it has to stay there once you leave from that location. And the same thing happens with people. You have some great news that you received from your employer or your school or your community, and you shared that with a family member, with an aunt. But that particular aunt of yours is always bitter, always in a bad mood, always feeling down, always talking, expressing herself negatively. And the moment that you chose to share with her the good news, she found every excuse in the book, in her book, as to why you shouldn't be happy about it, as to why you shouldn't get too excited about it. If you open yourself to that and you receive it, you open your vibration and your energy to receive that low vibrational comment, thought, belief, expression, it will not just kill your mood, it will contaminate your joy. So we must be cautious of that. Again, I pose the question, who did you surrender your joy to? How long has it been? Because this could be something that you experienced when you were 9 years old. Perhaps you grew up to parents who were struggling, going through a lot, never had time to relax, never made time to enjoy the good things that perhaps were going on in their life. And you grew up perhaps in a very bitter environment. Well, that could have been the beginning of your joy being removed, extracted, or paralyzed within you. This upcoming week, is a week where I believe you need to protect your joy. And if you are of the belief that you don't know when was the last time you felt joy, then it's time for you to claim it back. But you cannot continue to go on about your life being numb, taking it for what it is, settling because you've convinced yourself that this is just the way your life is going to be. You got to get out of that. You got to get out of that block, let's just say. Why have you surrendered? Why have you given up joy? Are you living with people? Are you in relationship with family members? Are you in a romantic setting where your joy needs to be approved by other people? You need to explain why you desire or have it, or why does it show up in your life? Are you avoiding joy because you are afraid that it will create discomfort with the people that you are in relationship with? Do you avoid joy because you believe that some family members won't be happy for you and you don't want to experience that, so you avoid joy altogether so that you don't have to be in the uncomfortable situation where you see family members, your own blood, telling you things or saying things to you that kills your joy. So you'd rather not do it. You'd rather not experience this good thing. You'd rather not go to that invitation because, since your other family members weren't invited, so now you uninvite yourself from the place that could have maybe been a great experience for you. Well, let me remind you that you cannot live everyone else's journey. You can't. You can't not travel down everyone else's road. You can't. That's for them to do, not yours. You have your own journey, your own road to embark on. But you cannot stop yourself from experiencing what divine nature, divine source wants to place in your path. It's not fair to you. And when you really think about it, you are standing in the way of the flow, of divine flow. Because when we are as happy as we can be, as joyful as we can be, we're able to give something back at somewhere in our job, in our relationship with family members, friends. But when your joy has been stolen from you, or when you have surrendered your joy, then you're not in the best of moods to be of support or to bring happiness to the table in other settings. Your creativity is shut down. You don't have enough energy to want to explore, discover, be curious. That's how much in danger we put ourselves in when we give up on joy. When we give up on joy because we are afraid that it won't be well received. We are afraid of the opinions. We are afraid of what certain people that we are connected to will say when they see us living our best life, let's just say. Let me remind you, that's their problem, not yours. So journal this weekend. Journal this weekend and ask yourself, when is it that I gave up on joy? When is it that I made the decision that I'm just gonna downplay this, I'm just gonna be content and settle for what's been offered to me? I'm not gonna do anything that brings any extra joy or happiness because I don't want to create discomfort. I don't want to make anyone upset or mad. I don't want anyone questioning me about my joy. That's not good enough. It is not fair to you. It is not fair to the universe, who is attempting to work with you, in support of you, for the best and greatest, highest good in you, for you, within you. So it throws everything out of balance in your life. Reclaim your joy. Reclaim it. You don't need anyone's permission to reclaim it if you've given it up. And you don't need anyone's permission to go for it if you've never had it. You do not need anyone's permission. What is needed is your determination, your decision, your yes is what's needed. Other than that, do not lose any sleep anymore over who's going to be happy with your choices, the good things that are about to happen in your life, the good things that you're working on. Don't waste any more time on how others will feel about it. The question is, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about it? I hope this message made sense to you. I hope this message arrived to the place where it most needed to be heard. Give yourself a new opportunity. Explore, rediscover joy, invite it back in, live it fully, and don't be afraid of it. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I don't want you missing on anything the Spirit has to share with us in this little corner over here. Be blessed. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I shall see you soon. This is Spiritual Dr. Afi, over and out.